The police in Plateau State have arrested a key suspect linked to Tuesday's deadly attack on Bimpa village in Mangu local government area. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, US President Donald Trump paused the planned rollout of punishing new tariffs on Canadian goods late Tuesday, as both sides indicated they were close to a broader trade agreement after weeks of talks. Trump announced a 3-day reprieve from 50% duties on select goods, just hours before a midnight deadline. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney was less definitive, saying substantial progress has been made towards a comprehensive trade deal, but there is important work still to be done. Ottawa and Washington have held intense negotiations on revising their existing deal, the United States-Canada-Mexico agreement, which Trump signed and praised during his first term, but now says needs to change. At number 9, Arsenal are closing in on a deal to sign Aston Villa defender Ezri Konsa, with the Premier League champions actively seeking defensive reinforcement this summer after key injuries left gaps in their backline. According to a report by The Athletic on Wednesday, Arsenal are closing in on a deal to sign Aston Villa defender Ezri Konsa. The publication added that the Gunners are in the market for defensive reinforcement with both William Saliba and Jurrien Timber currently sidelined with injuries. Work is now advancing with Aston Villa to finalize the move after dialogue at ownership level helped reduce the valuation gap for the England international. At number 8, the Kaduna State Police Command has ordered a full-scale investigation into officers captured in a viral video circulating on social media, allegedly showing them extorting money from motorists and cyclists during a stop-and-search operation in a suburb of Millennium Park. The command spokesman DSP Monsieur Hassan said in a statement that the Commissioner of Police CP Rabiu Mohammed directed that the officers involved be identified and invited for investigation, with those found culpable to be sanctioned appropriately. Hassan stressed that no officer is permitted to use legitimate security duties as an avenue for extortion, harassment, or any form of misconduct, and that those found guilty would face severe disciplinary and legal action. At number 7, the Independent National Electoral Commission has fixed Saturday, September 19, 2026 for the conduct of the Gombe Kwame Funkaye Federal Constituency by-election. The decision follows the death of Honorable Yaya Bauchi Tongo, who represented the constituency in the House of Representatives. In a press statement signed by the Public Affairs Officer, Mohoret Bigu, on behalf of the resident electoral commissioner, the commission noted that the election will be held in line with Section 76, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended and the Electoral Act. According to the official schedule of activities, the notice of election will be officially published on Thursday, August 20th, 2026. At number 6, the All Progressives Congress has released the primary election timetable for the newly restored 4 constituencies in Delta and Kogi State and others. The development came after the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) last Saturday restored the State House of Assembly constituencies in Delta and Kogi State and fixed 21st to 25th August 2026 for the conduct of party primaries for the restored constituencies. Following the development, APC on Wednesday listed the constituencies where the primary elections will hold in Delta as Abraka Isoko North 2 and Ugeli South 2 state constituencies and Yagba West 2 state constituency in Kogi State. At number 5, Lagos State will on Thursday, August 20th, 2026 host what is expected to be the largest single gathering of traditional worshippers anywhere in the world, with over 3 million residents joining the celebrations that mark the 2026 Ishesha Day to ensure Lagosians and tourists get an unforgettable experience during the celebration. The Lagos State government has declared the day a work-free day for public servants, political appointees, and others. The special advisor to the governor on tourism, arts, and culture, Honorable Idris Aragbe, in a statement signed personally on Wednesday, described the day as one that is bigger than a holiday on a calendar. At number 4, the Edo State government has unveiled the Edo State Technology Facilitated Gender-Based Violence Policy Framework 2026 as part of efforts to combat cyber stalking, cyberbullying, and other forms of online, offline, tech-aided violence. The unveiling was done by the Coordinator Office of the First Lady and Chairperson, Edo State GBV Management Committee, Edesi Okpebolu Anani, at an event organized by the Ministry of Women Affairs, Edo State, in collaboration with the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption, ROLAC program at the Government House, Benin. Anani announced the unveiling during the 17th quarterly meeting of the Edo State GBV Management Committee shortly before the exercise. At number 3, the Oyo State Police Command has arrested 10 suspected human parts merchants in different parts of the state following months of sustained intelligence gathering, discreet surveillance, and close monitoring of their activities. Following their arrest, operatives conducted searches of the suspect hideouts, during which several suspected human parts were recovered. The exhibits include 1 suspected human heart, human flesh, pieces of human skull, and assorted charms. The recovered items have been secured for forensic examination and further investigation. At number 2, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Wike has directed the immediate stoppage of the use of green areas, parks, and gardens in the capital city as car dealership lots. A statement by the Senior Special Assistant, Public Communications and Social Media to the Minister, Larry Olayinka, on Wednesday said that the minister, who decried the use of areas designated for parks and recreation like the Millennium Park and others as car lots, directed that all unauthorized use of such areas will be closely monitored to ensure compliance. The development, according to the statement, is part of the effort of the FCT administration to manage flooding being experienced in some parts of the federal capital city. At number 1, the police in Plateau State have arrested a key suspect linked to Tuesday's deadly attack on Bimpa village in Mangu local government area. 25 people were killed and 4 others were injured in the early morning attack on Kombung district. Police Public Relations Officer SP Alfred Alabo confirmed the arrest to Channels Television, saying the suspect in custody is believed to be the mastermind of the attack. He added that investigations are progressing and a manhunt is still on for other fleeing attackers. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.